Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to MTGO Traders. My name is Taryn, and this is Red-Black Aggro. As most of you saw this past weekend at the Star City Games Classic in Atlanta, first place was won by Mono Red Aggro. This is basically that deck. However, I wanted to add some black control elements to make sure we had some legs against poor matchups. Stalling a turn or two and attacking could mean life or death. But before I get into the video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to MTGO Traders for more content like this in the future. It lets us know you care. Alright, let's get into it. We've got 26 creatures in the deck, and 12 of them are 1-drops. We want to be as fast as possible, curving out as quickly as we can. That being said, we've got a playset of Bomat Courier, Falkenrath Gorger, and Village Messenger. The Courier helps refill our hand in the mid to late game if we need it. The Gorger is usually just a 2-1 for 1, and the Messenger has a high probability to flip on our opponent's turn 1 or 2, depending on what deck you're playing, such as Control, usually prompting an immediate flip with Menace. All 3 cards instill fantastic pressure, and the Courier even helps to give you long game coverage if you're curving out perfectly. Moving up to the 2-drop slot, we've got the new Hour of Devastation 2-drop, Earthshaker Khenra. While its ability doesn't seem great, it can spell defeat for your opponent the second it hits the board. Not to mention, if the game goes long, you have a 4/4 haste creature that can at times be unblockable. But sadly, that's it for 2-drops. We took Kari out of here since she doesn't have haste. She normally dies to removal before getting in at least once. Moving up to the 3-drop slot, we've got 3 cards, a playset of Ahn-Crop Crasher, 2 Reckless Bushwhacker, and 2 Yahenni Undying Partisan. The Crasher is fantastic against 3-drops and can ensure victory on curve. The Bushwhacker can help pump your board to end a game more quickly, and if the game goes long, Yahenni usually turns into a huge threat that's difficult to deal with. Do not underestimate Yahenni's indestructible feature. Lastly, we've got 2 copies of Hazoret the Fervent. You'll be throwing all of your cards on the battlefield as soon as possible, meaning that the likelihood of hitting 1 or 0 cards in your hand on turn 4 is likely. That means Hazoret is coming down online and attacking in, possibly finishing the game for you. Just deadly. So we have a killer suite of creatures, but what about spells? Well, these help get creatures and planeswalkers out of the way, and can sometimes even end the game by themselves by hitting your opponent's face. We've got 2 Shock mainboard with 1 Abrade. The Shock is here over Magma Spray first for that sweet planeswalker hate or ability to mop up your opponent with a shock to the face. As far as Abrade goes, we can't go an entire game without some form of artifact hate. Artifacts are all over the format right now, so having this in the main board means we can make sure to get a creature or difficult artifact out of the way to close the game. Next up, we've got a playset of Incendiary Flow and 2 Cut to Ribbons. Incendiary Flow again helps in dealing with hard to get rid of creatures like Scrapheap Scrounger, and yet again, hitting your opponent directly in the face. Cut to Ribbons is here to manage a large board state, while also giving us a viable way to end a long game if we stall out, though Ribbons usually only needs to be tapped for 4 or 5 mana instead of 8 or 10. And finally, we've got a playset of a Cartouche of Zeal in the main board, and this card does serious work, giving a creature haste, which only the Gorger needs by the way, but making a creature unblockable is the real value here. We want to make sure we're getting in as frequently as possible, and Zeal does that. Alpha Strike every turn if you can. Insane. That's it for the main board. Let's go over the lands. We've got 4 Foreboding Ruins, 4 Sunscorched Deserts, 2 Ramunap Ruins, 9 Mountain, and 2 Aether Hubs. The Aether Hubs were originally Swamp, but having the ability to pick between the 2 was better for us. Alright, a great hand looks something like this. 1 Mountain, 1 Sunscorched Desert, 1 Foreboding Ruins, 1 Bomat Courier, 1 Village Messenger, 1 Shock, 1 Incendiary Flow. The deck basically runs itself, so the need for a quote perfect hand is less about what sort of cards you have in your hand, but more so making sure you hit your land drops every turn. But let's say we're dying to control our larger creatures, maybe even the mirror match. Let's see what we can do. Sideboard time. 1 Chandra's defeat for the mirror match and Chandra hate, 1 Liliana's defeat for the plethora of black bombs and lilies in standard, 2 Magma Spray for early Scrapheap removal, 3 Abrade for artifact hate, 2 Lay Bare the Heart to help against control strategies, 1 Dispossess for extra artifact hate since the God Pharaoh's gift deck can go off so quickly, 2 Kari expertise for extra speed against the wide board state, 1 Chandra Torch of Defiance for what I can only describe as a removal magnet, and 2 Glorybringer to help deal with flyers and a gummed up ground assault. And that is the full 75. It's a bit different from the deck that won first place, but I still think it's just as viable. I like having the black mana options available to me, as stalling out happens more than you think. But let me know what you think. Comment below your thoughts on the deck and what decks I should cover next. I'm always down there trying to interact as much as I can. As always, like the video and subscribe to MTGO Traders for more content like this in the future. I'll see you guys in the next video.